Welcome back, Wolfpack Burleser, and this is how to use Heatmor. I'm sorry, guys. Like, I had a very exciting intro, and I got you guys to click on the video, but there's absolutely nothing to Heatmor. Like, when we look at the stats, we can see why this Pokemon isn't used that often. Like, I think, I might not be 100% sure on this, but I think I've seen every other fully evolved Pokemon in battle at some point. I've seen a Farfetch'd. I've seen Sunflora being used, and that Sunflora actually did pretty well. I've seen Sunkern. I've seen Sunkern in a battle actually find success, but I've never seen Heatmor in a battle, and that means I don't know what it does, because we have an idea of what it does, but I mean the stats and just the way that the Pokemon plays and its moveset, there's nothing to this Pokemon competitively. It's not good for anything, not to mention its design is crap. So, stats, 85 hit points, 66 on defenses, and 65 speed. This Pokemon does absolutely nothing. It's going to get outsped, it's going to eat an Earthquake and die, and it's just going to eat anything and die. Like, that's some very high range of getting, like, neutrally one-shot. 97 on the attack, 105 on special attack. They could have just given, like, 150 on the special attack, or 150 on the attack, maybe. Like, there's no reason for the Pokemon to be this split up, this frail, and this slow. Look at its typing, pure fire type. Yeah, like, Earthquake knocks you out, Scald probably knocks you out, get some resistances. Actually, fire typing by itself, not bad at all, you know, when we break it down, do get a lot of resistances, and the fire stab is very powerful, but on Heatmor, it doesn't do much of anything for us. And then looking at its Pokemon Showdown, let's just go to Pokemon Showdown, sure, let's do that. I have no idea what to do with this Pokemon, so I was thinking we can make this like an adventure to find out if there's any usage to Heatmor at all. So I know in the comments I'm probably going to forget something, but I'm playing realistically here, guys. I'm trying to look for something that's actually going to be successful and do something. Heatmor, all I see is Stockpile on it. However, problem with Stockpile, you can't do anything with 66 defenses. Like, you still get 2-shot, even with max hit point defensive investment. Like, you don't have enough time to set up Stockpile. You don't have enough time to do anything. That's the best I've got. Offensively, again, we're going to get, like, outsped and blown up. So, let's go over to Bulbapedia. Sure. Let's just try to see if we can build something, if we can find something this Pokemon has that others don't. Stockpile is generally a good place to start for tankiness, but the Pokemon needs to be tanky. There has to be something to build up upon. Home Claws, a lot of Pokemon get that. Inferno, like, not a lot of Pokemon get Inferno, but if you look at it right here, 100 on the power, 50% on the accuracy, and I think it has, like, a guaranteed chance. Yeah, will always burn if it hits. So it's pretty much the Flash Cannon, the Dynamic Punch of Fire-type moves. So it's not even that great of a pseudo-exclusive move. And when we get into it, you know, it's just standard Fire-type stuff. We see a Rock Tomb. We don't even get Rock Slide. We see Dig. We don't see Earthquake. Like, we have mediocre coverage, and we get some dark stuff like, ooh, Sucker Punch. I mean, what can you do with Heatmor as, like, maybe just an ultimate cleanup Pokemon? Because sometimes, you know, I think a Pokemon's going to be bad, and I look at everything it has, and I can actually piece together a pretty cool moveset. Like, Watchog actually has that KO potential on a lot of different Pokemon because it can play into it really well, but I just don't see that on Heatmor or anything. Snatch, like a Snatch gimmick is something that works on some Pokemon, so if you go, okay, let's build a Heatmor right now, guys. Let's go max hit points, max attack, Adamant Nature, Snatch as an anti-lead. You know, we might be able to snatch some things up. With this, we can also go Focus Sash because we absolutely need it. And what about, did we get Swords Dance? We don't even get Swords Dance. Like, that was one of the things I didn't like pay close attention to all the teams and stuff because, like, Swords Dance is in here somewhere. And it doesn't get Swords Dance. Darn. That takes out a lot because what I want to do is just go Swords Dance, Sucker Punch. How about that? We can snatch a setup, we can get a Swords Dance, our Focus Sash is going to proc, and then we're throwing out Sucker Punch and hoping for the best. Maybe throwing Substitute. But we don't even get that, so that means we're left with Home Claws. So maybe best case scenario. Alright, let's go back to the Stockpile thing. Stockpile, Home Claws, because we're boosting defenses and stuff. And then we can Inferno, except, no, we can't Inferno, because that's a special attack. I mean, that doesn't even work. Alright, alright. I don't even have this as like a scripted thing or anything to where I find all these failures. No, this Pokemon is naturally disappointing me live right now. I mean, sure, there's probably something, but I don't see any situations where this Pokemon is going to one-hit KO anything. I don't see anything situations where it's going to trade 1-for-1 in anything. Like, sure, maybe you can Hone Claws into a Giga Impact for maybe some damage, but I mean, there's really nothing this Pokemon does. Power Punch, Curse, so it is a Curse Amnesia Pokemon, but as we mentioned earlier, it has nothing, it's not tanky enough. But one thing that does get is Gluttony. Has Gluttony, Flash Fire, and White Smoke. Now, Flash Fire is a very powerful ability. Bring it in, you can boost up on that special attack, but you need to be eating a fire type move. So if you have like Caesar or Ferrothorn, put Heatmor on your team. But even then, like, Chandelure outclasses this Pokemon in every way. I think, like, let's go and bring up Chandelure. So Chandelure, and remember Heatmor, if we look at its coverage, it doesn't bring anything to the table for coverage. I mean, it's not like we're going to be able to use a flamethrower or move that we don't have access to on Chandelure. Chandelure is just going to be tankier, faster, and have more special attack than Heatmor. So I mean, if you're using the Flash Fire for that, yeah, that's kind of what we got. Gluttony. Now, Gluttony does have a lot of combo potential. If you take enough damage to not get one-shot, you can actually stat up into something. So let's say Heatmor. Heatmor, we go and we max out its hit points. So now we might actually take, you know, 80% of our health from just any kind of attack. So that's actually going to put us in good Gluttony range. What kind of berries do we have for that? Well, we have like Salac Berry. Gluttony does kind of make use for the Custap Berry in this situation as well. But again, we don't have the stats. Like, if this Pokemon had a 150 on an offensive stat, maybe we could Custap. Maybe we could cheese a Salac. But I mean, even then, like, if we use Salac, that's not going to be useful. And if we invest in the speed, then we're getting one shot anyways. So there's not really many situations where we can actually make use of this Pokemon with the Gluttony ability. So Custap Berry, maybe that's where we could actually find our usage. So right here, say we go max out the attack, we go Adamant Nature or something like that. Alright, so let's go Lychee Berry, I think is the one I'm looking for. Lychee Berry is going to boost your attack, so Lychee Berry into Home Claws. And now we're going to be throwing out a +2 Sucker Punch, maybe. We don't even get Endure, so we can't, like, eat a turn from the opponent or something. Sub, maybe. Like, Substitute could potentially work for those extra Home Claw setup into a Sucker Punch. So, like, that's it. Like, we kind of Gluttony into something and hope for the best, but we're not going to be that fast. And yeah, that's it. So Trick Room, we don't have a lot of offensive. Pretty much anything Heatmor can do, there's a Pokemon that can do it better, so there's no reason running Heatmor. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope you all have a nice day. Thank you for watching.